So yeah, what's your biggest issue with mental health?
Uh, Mental health, definitely anxiety.
So what's some things you do to deal with your anxiety?
Uh, Therapeutic activities, things that make me happy. Try to do something creative. That usually helps with my anxiety. Um, Other than that, I mean, I try not to. I'm not really a medication person, so um, it really just helps to build I guess, I'm not gonna say a village because a village can be things and not people sometimes.
Mhm.
Just the constants in my life. Like I know I always have like art is always available. Like I have so many canvases sitting over here. I got a couple people in my life that I can call and always talk to them. I got a couple favorite things around here that soothe me. It's like I have an arsenal, is the best word, of things that help me with my anxiety, and I keep some of them with me as well. That way, I'm not always searching for things that are always just in my house or always just in another state, because like a source of something that helps me with my anxiety is calling and talk to my dad, but I know that he's not always available. So um I have a journal and things, and then I also go to therapy.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. I be feeling like this be therapy for us when we all be in here talking about what's going on. Um, like I think my biggest issue with mental health. I don't know, maybe just feeling like even though I act like I'm good, I don't be good. And I feel like I gotta put that mask on for everybody. You know what I'm saying? When I know I'm not,
Right.
you know, I definitely, I definitely be struggling. Like, but I just do these things. Like I feel like helping people help me. I ain't no doctor or nothing like that. I'm just a person that,
Ah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga with issues and I can admit to
I'm just a nigga with issues.
it.
Uh,
I'm glad you can admit to him the biggest battle of it. Well, this biggest part of the battle is acceptance, really.
Yeah. So that's
So
yeah, that's definitely my thing. Like uh I just try to, have people come on and we just talk through different things, and I try to have topics that have people where you have no choice but to talk. Like when I sent y'all the topic for the day, I was like, yeah, this should be an interesting conversation because we
mm-hmm.
all be able to speak on this in some way,
Because I
shape.
got a couple of different takes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like we all go through it, so we talk about it so we can understand. It may not, it's not always a village, but sometimes a good support system. Like and having the therapy, having a support system, having all these different things help you get through it. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Elijah? What's your biggest, what I'm saying, issue in your mental health?
mm, Failing. I know failing is one. Um, and shit, I had it. I don't even know. I forgot. I know felon's one though. It'll come back to me.
I mean, I only ask because we all gonna say something different.
Yeah.
It's all what I'm saying, the place that we are in our lives and shit.
Yeah.
Like we all are different. Like, I'm the old man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the younger versions, and I'm the old head. Or
Mm.
what they call, well, you know what I'm. I'm still. I'm at
Oh
that,
Lord.
that age. So that,
You grandpa.
look, just because
Oh.
You know you grandpa.
look, I ain't over 50, so I'm still. I'm still. You know. So like,
Unks be dropping them gems though.
I try. I try. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we'd have been through some stuff It's gonna come a time where y'all gonna be the unks and aunties. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna be the old man and at the park with the chessboard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's what I want to be, the old dude at the park with the chessboard. He always seemed
Oh
cool,
my lord.
and he be dropping them gems. If you can get him to play the game with you, he always say some good stuff. So I would love to be that
Yeah, the then were you OG? I forgot what the scale was. It's big bro, and then something else.
I think it is OG. I think OG probably the old nigga. You know what I'm saying? The old,
Hmm.
instead of being the YN, you just the O one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what my dad said. He a retired YN.
You feel how y'all feel about like what's going on now with people and a lot more people talking about mental health? Like it's starting to become more of a regular thing in everyday talk. It used to be so taboo before.
Mm. I feel like personally, it used to be taboo, and it depended on the culture. Especially black and brown cultures. We was taught not to talk about certain things and just be tough and just be grateful for what you have and just move on with yourself. Um, when it comes to illnesses, I feel like it's more of a Me Too effect where everybody just sees common things with mental illnesses and feel like, oh, I'm that, and they use that as a crutch. So I'm happy that it's being talked about more, but it's also the facts of it are being abused and manipulated,
Yeah,
and that's coming from somebody who works in mental health. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, I check to see if my flat iron is unplugged 2 times before I leave, and I get 2 cups of water before I leave the house and go such and such. That doesn't mean you have OCD. Like they just claim, they claim stuff all because of common things. But like I work in mental health and I work in a facility, so I can show you real OCD versus you just liking to check your flat iron 2 times. You know,
yeah,
so.
yeah. People do want to be a part of the crowd. You know,
Hmm.
like it's kind of like giving themselves excuses, or like built-in excuses, or you know what I'm saying, reason to be the way they are. Because I
Hmm.
believe sometimes that people they just be doing fucked up shit. They just don't want to
Yeah.
admit. They need a reason to say this is why I'm doing it. Like, no, I have this. This is why I'm doing it. Like, no, you're
Right.
a bad person.
Right, because some people are just like it's you have to decipher mental illness versus personality flaw. Like, and sometimes it's a thin line.
That's a fact. That
Hmm.
that yes, that is a fact. There's Elijah, what is you doing over there?
I'm listening.
I'm about to say, yo, look zoned out.
No, I'm like got the TV on mute and whatnot, but I'm listening though. That's why I'm listening.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
chilling though. I'm chilling. I'm listening.
yeah. So people, I just don't.
She
I
hit
don't
it on the nail. She hit it on the nail. I can't stand when people use it as a crutch, and I don't like. I don't like what's going on. Only the simple fact that you're not using the mental health to make anybody better. If you hosting and you talking about this mental health is for to make better, make this whole crowd better, make generations better, da 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 da. But all y'all doing is talking about everybody flaws. No, no, no way of how to get better. We just talk about
Right.
what's bad about you. Nah, that's cool. Vent. But all y'all doing is just venting and saying who right, who wrong. Nah, fuck that. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. So it doesn't become a mental health, it becomes just a discussion. It doesn't become something that you're trying to make yourself better achieve or anything like that. You're just talking, and then the therapist or the host is the person that's just listening to you talk about your shit with no solution.
Yeah.
It
A
know.
becomes
lot
a
of it is
waste of time.
not fixing the problem a lot of the time. Adding to the issue, making it worse.
See, that be the thing. They be more problem oriented instead of solution.
Yeah.
Like that's the that's thing. We sit here, we can sit here and talk about everything bad, and we can keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. But that's not going to solve the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Start figuring out the solution and different things we can do, and realizing things that we've done before may not work in these situations.
Hello.
Then, then
No, it's funny for how y'all said people I'm OCD because I do this, this, and this. Because we just had this conversation at the funeral that we were just at. Me and my brothers, they believe in that zodiac sign and stuff. And then they asked me, and I told them, no, I don't believe in none of that because that's what you read is what you want to be, is because you think that you need to be it. So you don't think that you need to change. So you think that it's okay because somebody
Mm,
typed it in saying this is what zodiacs do. You're a Leo, so this is what you do. This is how you act. It, what if I don't, or even if I do, that's like telling me that I can't change or anything like that. Like I don't go for that.
right.
But so many people that go off of, oh well, I'm this, so I'm cool. I'm cool with how I am. This is the reason why I do it. I do it because I'm this zodiac. Man, miss me
Hmm.
with that.
and
Yeah.
you know what?
So
Choice is good.
Miss me
astrology,
with that.
the zodiac stuff, people take it way too far. But the credit that I give is that astrology is real, but a lot of people are making their own things up about different zodiacs. Yeah, there's certain things that attribute to different zodiac, but one thing I always say is every sign is capable of being an asshole. So,
If they got an asshole, they could be an asshole.
yeah,
Yeah,
they take it too far.
I think when you read enough of it after a while, like of anything, it's some of it's going to have some type of fact in it, or you're going to whether it's fact in it, or you want to start to become something that you're saying. You want to start to believe it. You want, you know what I'm saying? Because
And
I say them sometimes, and they be spot on me, and sometimes I'll be like, that's some bullshit. That ain't nothing like.
No, for real.
but is it a good thing that you're trying to be what was typed on Google about who you are?
Oh no,
Mm,
no. But see, that's the influence though. See, that's why this mental health thing is big, right? Because a lot of it got to do about how we feel about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? People be more worried about the outside. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really where your happiness gonna come from. They be worried about what other people think and other people images of what is
mhm.
supposed to be happy.
Yeah,
Um,
what's likable, what's not. If if somebody can tolerate you, if they can't, and you're cool with somebody not being able to tolerate you because it's like fuck them. I'm this zodiac sign. I'm able to say that. No, you just a dick. You just an asshead. Just don't nobody fuck with you just because of who you are, not your zodiac sign. 'Cause I
Right.
promise you, I might still fuck with another cancer, no matter if you might be the emotional one. But I bet you this cancer probably beat your ass. What you talking about? I don't understand.
it's people like
Yeah.
that though. People will follow. People will really follow it and are really like yo. I try to talk to women right, and I tell them that as soon as they leave with the zodiac sign, like, yeah, so what's your zodiac sign?
Man,
Shh, I'm upset. Like, oh, you're a seller.
man.
Like, but
So y'all definitely hit the nail on the coffin when it comes to I must be, and everybody want to be OCD. Everybody want to be OCD because it means that you clean. But
Yeah.
I want to meet, and I used to fuck with people so much. If you really OCD, I should be able to mark something on your table right now, and you freak the fuck out.
Hmm.
I should be able to do some shit, put your shit out of ordinary for you that is not really. I should be able to move your vase, and you freak out. If you
Yeah.
don't talk to me about you OCD.
man,
For
Don't
people,
talk
real.
to me. And
That's what
I've
people
dealt
like
with
to.
people
They
that
like to
played that
take that.
part.
They see things that work real. I tell people all the time. I say I work inpatient mental health. I've seen real OCD. I've seen real narcissistic personality. I've seen real antisocial disorder. Antisocial, from what people are saying versus what actually antisocial this disorder is a drastic difference than what people think it is. Because like people use antisocial as that, well, as like a 6-7 type deal, you know. And it's not. It's really not. Antisocial personality is a diagnosis of Ted Bundy, meaning you have complete disregard for human life. Not that you just don't like being around people. You have complete disregard.
Okay,
That's
no, I
what it
feel
means.
that.
You see what I'm
I,
saying?
I tell yeah, no, I tell people I just don't like people. I don't tell people I'm
Mhm.
antisocial. I tell people I just don't like people. I'll
Right.
deal with you.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
deal
And
with
even
you.
then, that could be introversion, and that's okay to
Mm.
say too.
yeah. I mean, look,
Mm.
we are look, we all gonna be our own people, so it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying now.
Hmm.
So Lauren, what?
He froze for you too. He
Yeah, how
be
about
Yeah, he
freezing.
did.
it's my Wi-Fi. Look, I got that T-Mobile Wi-Fi. It'll be
Man,
Man, me too. I got Spectrum. That's about like Timu.
it was, but what got you started going into mental health as a profession?
So my mother had Alzheimer's, and within Alzheimer's disease, there's a lot of mood changes and mood disorders that display within that. And after that, I was in college and I took behavioral neuroscience. And we did there was a simulator that we watched that was basically it shows the brain and it shows how the brain reacts to different things that happen. So, for example, it shows how the brain reacts to trauma, like somebody passing away, how the brain reacts to good news, you just got a new job, how the brain reacts to you being physically injured. Like it shows all the different changes. You can see your brain actually change. If you cut your head open and someone tells you, hey, your mom just died, you will see it change and try. And what it's trying to do is trying to protect, it's trying to shield itself because it
mm,
knows that trauma just hit it. So I got more interested in the chemical side of mental health. So that's why I deal with people in mental illness and medications. But I also am a big fan of Alice in Wonderland. And when I heard that Alice in Wonderland was written off of a acid trip, a mushroom trip, I was like, the mind is truly infinite. Like what? Look how far it went. That was an acid trip that produced that story.
I got a
Damn.
question.
So that I've been
Can you
interested from there.
can you please tell me a real definition of a narcissist?
Narcissists, in so many words, but it's all about them. And their issues is it's the things that the different negative mannerisms that they portray. It's more so of a when you confront them about it, it's, oh well, it's, that's just how I am, and you're gonna deal with it or you're not. And then it's a lot of manipulation involved too, because it's like if you want to leave that personality, then they're just like, oh well, you never cared about me anyway. If they find a way to swindle you back in, that mask falls off. They put on a mask to lure you in, whether it be friend or relationship or job or whatever. They put on a certain mask to pull you in. But their real self decides to reveal itself at some point. The mask starts to slip, and once it starts to slip, and they see your real personality, as you the narcissistic person, that's when and then they do all this, and then after this, and then when you try to leave, it's, oh, you're crazy. Oh, this, it's their way.
Mm,
It keeps people in a web, but they're for the most part they're a person that it's all about them, and they make you bend to them in so many different ways to make basically you can't leave their circle. As far as being in a relationship with that kind of person, whether it be friendship or a romantic relationship, but they're very negative a lot of the time. They're
Okay,
making you feel bad, boost them up, and all kind of things. You kind of see it all
okay,
in one person.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, um, yeah.
look,
Now,
look.
can
Look, I'm gonna look.
um,
Where pull a Drake. I'll see where this get ready.
yeah, I mean, I got some questions. Um, can anybody be considered a narcissist? Like, is it easy to be a narcissist? Because
Uh,
okay, so I asked that because we've talked about like um everybody thinks that they're OCD and everybody wants to be OCD. Nobody wants to be narcissist or anything like that. But
mhm.
is it easy to be considered a narcissist or anything like that? Or you gotta be deep, like you gotta be cutthroat and you ain't coming back from me. You gotta be
Well,
medicated.
if you think about it, it really goes back to the old theory of nature versus nurture. because there are environmental influences in your life that can cause you to be narcissistic, and there are people, there are the way you were raised, the way you came up, and the people that you were put around, and the way you had to defend yourself or not defend yourself is what can occur to make you a narcissist as well. So it's almost like what environment were you around, and what kind of people were you raised by, or what were the main figures in your life?
Damn, that's fucked up. So the people that raised us and we've been around can cause us to be a narcissist. Damn.
Anything, honestly.
A real one too. Not
Addiction
even a
plays into
fake
that
one,
too.
a real one.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You go
Damn.
what you go through for real. You know what I'm
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's why I need to stay away from people. Shit like that, man. I
Oh,
need to
that's
And
stay
it's
the
away
you
from
really
that.
have to ask with nature versus nurture. Is it society, or is it environmental influences that made you like this, or is it the people that brought you up that made you like this? Nature versus nurture. It comes from
Mhm.
different things. So
Hey, look, we over here learning. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, listen, trying to learn. Get my
listen, I have
notepad.
for anybody who cares, I have 2 degrees in the field. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean, we
yeah. I'm
can.
just saying. And
That's
I work in inpatient mental health, so I see this. I see it walking around. I see the things that I read in people, and I'm like, oh.
yeah. See, because when I see your content, like I don't see a lot of about like your job and all that. I see a lot of the funny stuff, the dating stories, the Sims. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
So
lord.
yeah, so it's cool. It's cool hearing you were saying, look, I'm just trying to learn. We just all on here trying to learn.
We just trying to learn.
Yeah, so it's cool to have somebody that really know what's going on and can, you know what I'm saying, and can articulate it so you can be like, oh,
Yeah, because you can
Okay.
with
So
that
because
you can tell with people that, like, for example, if you see somebody and they exemplify the features of a narcissist. Have you ever interacted with somebody and you met their parents or you met a family member, like, dang, now I see why you like
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
see
it's
why you
like
like
that.
that. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. It could be
Mm-hmm.
who because people, a lot of times it's parental influences. I hate to say it, but a lot of times it's parental influences that cause that.
that's funny as shit, yo. I definitely have done that a couple of times. But like, yeah, you ain't had no choice. This was meant for you. You know what
Yeah, oh
I'm
yeah,
That's
this is how your mom. I
fucked
see your
up.
mama.
That's
I see why you
fucked
act like that.
up. He said this was meant for you to do.
saying? I'm talking about like, like, look, I used to be cool with a dude, right? And he was an alcoholic, right? And I never, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I never really met his father. So one time they had a Christmas party and I went over to the house. And when I seen his father and I seen how his father was drinking, that's why I'm like, yeah, you ain't never stand a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Like
that
you ain't have a
we
choice.
got that.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
got that in our family. We got
Yeah,
that in our family.
yeah. It's funny to hear her say that because it's like we don't like when we don't be thinking about it like that until now. Now that she's breaking it down, now we think about them times we've been like, damn, yeah, yeah.
For
For
sure.
real.
You be ready to give a nigga a hug like, yo,
What you got? What you got next, Marcus? What you got next, Marcus?
what you talking about?
Oh, you were just asking random questions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to
Oh shit, I ain't know. I ain't know
you
that
already know what the
that
topic is.
question sounded like it came out the notepad.
No, so we just sitting here talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how I
Okay.
do the podcast stuff. So I'm giving 40 opportunity before we started. And we just talking. And we have somebody on here that can
That can
like,
yeah, for sure.
I don't have to do the share the screen and chat GPT or Google it. Actually have a person that we can talk.
Ah, we need.
For real. I know I'm on the phone with my dad, mind you, back in the day. My parents were raised in segregation era. So they didn't believe in a lot of mental health stuff. But now my dad always has questions. And Laura, why your auntie act like that? And said, why she was in the hospital and what's this medicine and what's that? And I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, like that's the that's the thing. We evolve as time go by. We had a podcast and we were talking about the different stereotypes and how like you know what I'm saying, whatever happens in the house happens in the house. As a man, you don't show no emotion. and all of that type stuff. And those are things that we get taught as young, and it kind of molds us to how we are now.
Mhm.
So excuse me. So hearing that, it's like it just like we know, but you don't really think about it until you really hear somebody saying, and you be like,
Yeah. So now that you dropping the real, and we ain't just coming up with what we think, you dropping real stuff. I could take this outside of here. I'm gonna take it out to the real world. I'm like, nah, man, it sounds like you being a narcissist. I don't like that. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Nah, I
you can.
think you really got to.
It's you got sometimes you got to spend a lot of time with a person to see it too. Sometimes you don't see it until you get with them, and it's sad because like once again they put on everyone puts on the front to get to pull you in regardless. They try to put their
Hmm.
best self regardless if they putting on a fake face or a real face. Everyone is putting their best foot forward when meeting you. But you have to dig deeper, and sometimes you got to spend a lot of time in person to see if this are you putting your best foot forward because it's actually you, or are you trying to get something from me.
Yeah.
So,
mhm. So all right, so we gonna take all right. So we're gonna talk about where did the dating story girl, where did this start? Where was the origins of this? Because by the time I found out about you, you was already where you was. You was already hot in them streets.
well, I was posting on TikTok in 2020, and I was just doing little dancing videos, little stuff. I was going a little viral every other week. It wasn't nothing. I was just having fun because in 2020, of course the panoramic was happening. You know, the Florida's panhandle was going on, and I had been put on administrative leave through one of my jobs, and then my other job they made me quit because I had been exposed to COVID up there. So with that being said, I was at home doing nothing. But it wasn't until I moved. Fast forward, I graduated from grad school. I got hired at that first job in Dallas. I moved, and I was living with my brother at the time before I got my own place. And all I know is I was laying across the bed, and I was just like, I just went to go that first dating story that I posted about the dude. Let's just say Charles. Yeah. Um, so he had asked me to come to his house, and it was just the worst experience. Like I fell through the couch. He didn't have no toilet
What?
paper. He had people running in and out the house like it was a whole ordeal. And the crap that it had happened like months ago. But I was like laying in the bed, and I was just like, you know what? This ain't no way he fucking. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna tell somebody this shit. I'm gonna tell social media. So I said, let me tell you what the fuck happened because that's how I be doing with my dad when I come home. I do this every day. I trauma dump on my dad every day when I was living with him. So I was like, I don't have nobody trauma dump too. So I was just like, listen, I'm gonna just tell social media, hey. And next thing I know, I posted. I went to sleep because I work nights. I worked nights for a long time. I posted, went to sleep. I woke up. To my cousin called me. You know, you posted something. It got like 8,500 views, and I said, oh, okay. And the first I thought, dang, did I post a nude and expose myself? I was like, Jesus Christ. And then I looked, I was like, oh, that's that video from earlier. I said, I ain't tripping about that. I went back to sleep, woke up. Here go my best friend. You posted something on TikTok and said it got 35,000 views. I said, I ain't tripping because at the time, the most views I had was like 200K. So I was just like, I'm not, it wasn't bothering me, wasn't phase me none. All I know is if I woke up later on that night to get ready to go to work, it was already at 700K. I said, oh.
That's how that shit happened, though. That's how that shit happened. You
I was like, oh, and then everybody was in my inbox, just flooding my inbox, like, girl, I've been through something like that. Girl, I'm so happy somebody was willing to talk about it. Like, oh my God, did we date the same dude? And I was just like, so I was
um,
just like, oh, y'all think this is funny? Well, I have more. And that just went
wait,
on.
wait, it gets worse. I got a lot more.
I was like, it gets worse. It gets way worse. And everybody thought it was hilarious. And then I came to the idea if I think this is funny and if I can talk about this after the fact and laugh at myself, then I feel like everybody else will think it's funny. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's a form of
yeah.
therapy as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Getting that stuff
Yeah.
up. That's
Do you believe that there is a real thing of a simp?
A simp?
Hmm.
No.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because everybody
Okay.
considers simping is just like going out on dates, buying flowers, pulling out chairs, opening doors. Everybody thinks that's simping. I mean, you're gonna do that with somebody that you really like.
that's chivalrous.
Right.
I mean, but
That's
Right.
right. That's just chivalry. Like, I mean, like that's simply what that is. Because obviously, my dad is still very chivalrous. I mean, if that's the case, he simps on all his daughters too. Like,
feel like we simps for the things we care about. But I don't really
Mhm.
look at it as simp because
I ain't no simp. I don't
I
care. I ain't
for
no
the
simp.
for the right woman, I'm a simp. I'll be whatever
I'm gonna do it. You can call me a simp, but it is what it is. I ain't no simp to me.
I'll be a simp, a trick, a hoe, or
I'll
whatever.
be a
Yeah, don't
simp.
be a trick. Don't
Yeah,
be a trick. I mean, a simp is okay. If you really like the person, I need you to be sweet on me, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think that this generation, like we look, we talked about it before. This generation, dudes want to be the prize. Dudes
You
want.
just want to be the
but at the same
prize.
time, y'all are the prize though. When you think about it in the end, when in a way the way that women want a 1950s man, yes, you are the prize in that sense. Pay the bills, you take care of you take care of the wife and the children and the house and the cars and all that. Yeah, and in that sense, yes, you are the prize because a lot of women can't find a man that's willing to do. Everybody want to go half and half. So like and the thing and the reason why the now the 50-50 conversation becomes taboo is because you once again they see how their parents came up. Now my parents how what the example like how it came up in my house, my dad paid for the house and the cars. My mama's money was to take care of me. So like that's literally all it was. My dad said, I paid the house note, I paid the car notes, I paid the car insurance. I gave your mama money. The only thing that she had to do was take care of you and buy food for the house. All child support already came because my dad had other kids. So it's like she said, child support already come out of my check. All I need is $100-$200 to go hang out with my friends. Like that's all. He's a very
Friends.
simple person, a very simple person. Because I used to look at my mama's purse and be like, "Why do you have dad's wallet in your purse?" She goes, "Because I pay the bills, Lauren." And I was like, "What do that mean?" He said, "Yeah, your mama paid the bills. Like
He
she
said,
had my
because I
card and
pay
she
the
paid the
bills,
bills."
Lord.
Like, and I was like, "What?"
Dang.
Like that's the kind of household I grew up in. So when somebody says 50-50, I'm like, like what? Wait a minute. I
But see,
mean,
you know what? But that's their 50-50. Their 50-50 is she takes
mm-hmm.
care of you and
Right.
your values and all that. Like
Yeah.
everybody, I think the whole outlook of 50-50, I think is it's going to be different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they looking at it like literally 50-50.
As long as it works for y'all, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But like my 50-50 might be 70-30 to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
all up to you. You know
It
what I'm saying?
depends, yeah, but I will say that yeah, men are traditionally men are the prize. Women are also we're the prize in a sense of taking making a house a home, you know. If you think about it, like I saw a girl say on a podcast a long time ago, when men asked the silly question of what do women bring to the table, I said, and her answer was, when you sit at the table with your wife and your kids, realize that the only way to extend your legacy is through that woman. She has to make sure those kids are straight, and she got to make sure you straight so you can take care of us. Everybody that came out of me or came in me, I have to make sure they okay at this table. So in a sense of longevity, women are the prize. Survival, men live longer when they with a good woman. When you're in a good relationship, you extend your years on your life. So the whole point is to be the prize to each other, add to each other, bring each other up. Don't bring somebody from the black to the red. You know.
I just be thinking that I think that women be the prize and we the hunters and we the ones that go after the
That's what I was gonna ask
Mm.
Marcus. So
prize.
Marcus, who you think the prize is?
I mean, I'm on that shit. I feel like I feel like men have to do feel to feel justified. Like we gotta win. So it's like we take care of the home, we take care of the kids, we take care of the wife, we take care of all that stuff, and that's how we become the victim. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, yeah, in a way, you can say we the prize because once we do all of that with the right woman, we get everything that we need.
Mhm.
But
Well, yeah.
I'ma always look at the woman. I'ma always feel like the men is always supposed to be going after, like the men is supposed to be the protectors and go after and take care of all that. That's
No.
even though these dudes be wanting women to protect them. But, you know,
Yeah, no. I never really looked at anybody being the prize. That's my thinking. It's giving too much for you. It I don't know. To me, yeah, I never look at it because then I got a bad image when you say, "Well, I give coochie. That's all I need to do. That's what I bring to the table." Once you start talking like that, or dudes that think that they got money, they the prize. Women that think that they can just do sex, they the prize. Or women that think that they're independent, they're the prize. Or women that think that they can just sit down and take care of the kids, they the prize. Men that like at this point ain't neither one is the prize for real.
I mean, that's all in the people you you come across, right?
No, and for sure, we come across.
Like, all right, just think about
I just don't want to. I want to praise my woman. I want to be thankful for my woman for sure, but I really don't. I don't want you to truly. I don't know. Get a big head, because if you when you know me, you know I'm very spiritual. So to me, you will never be first before God. So you're not my number one. God and Jesus. You'll never be my number one. I will come to them before I come to you and things like that. So what my thinking is, human, you'll be first. Then it will be kids, the parents and stuff like that. But you can't be the pride. I don't know. I don't know how to put it, because to me, we're gonna have our ups and our downs. But man, when you're not perfect.
oh
I'm
no,
not
man.
perfect. You're not perfect. Anything like that. This not that. So if we don't work out, and I've been praising you this whole time, you've been the prize for what?
I mean, son, we like what we like. We fall for what we fall for. That don't mean at that time they weren't the prize, or we didn't view them as the prize. As time go by, things change, or emotions change. That don't mean
Mhm.
they weren't. That's the thing. No matter how we feel about people for that time that we cared, we can't change that. You know what I'm saying? Because for whatever was going on at that time, they were the prize. They were what we wanted. They were that. You know what
And
I'm saying?
okay, so you deal with a woman who technically is a narcissist, but at that time being, she's amazing. She's the prize at that time. But once she takes that mask off, she's a real narcissist.
But that comes through experience.
And I say, come with me. I say, it takes from sometimes spending time with somebody, and that don't mean nothing necessarily negative on you. It's just sometimes we have to either improve our discernment, or maybe it's just
Oh
we have to
yeah,
think about what we attracting as well. Um, and it's
yeah.
not to say anything about. I hate when people say what you are, what you attract. That's not always the case. Because some people just see a good heart and just see it. They see a good heart and like, oh, you a target. But um, you really got to spend some time with people. That's why I explained that in my dating stories. I said, listen, I didn't know all this until I was in it. So, like, that was my bad.
Yeah,
And then, hmm
but that's how it go. My bad. You gotta you. That's how I say you gotta go through it to know something. Because a lot of
hmm
times people that tell us shit, but we don't be wanting to hear that shit. You know what
oh,
I'm
yeah, when
saying?
you really, especially when you're in love, you see everything through rose colored glasses.
Yeah, that's the that. Just think about it. When you like somebody, it takes something severe. You got to have the scientific evidence of everything when a person really care about a person. But soon as that
hmm
that, that you flip that switch, you start thinking about all the shit you let slide.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think about that shit while you going through it. You just soon as you be like, yeah, I never did like that bullshit you.
Yeah. I did that in a relationship I was in. We was living together. Like I hated that it wasn't until I was in a lease with this man when I finally turned to him and I was like, I hate you. Like, I really hate this man. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be. I hate you. When I was able to say that to him, like when I tell you after that, I was like, yeah, I'm done, man. Like, when you in love, you make excuses for a lot of stuff, and when you realize you're making excuses to the point where it's like, especially when you're making excuses in front of family, yeah, you know that this it's time to let this go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
look. I asked in the previous podcast we was doing right about like once y'all get mad at men and y'all see what they work and all that and the type of bullshit they on. Why y'all don't never complain about shit stains and niggas drawers until y'all get mad at?
And why you always come back to this? Why do you
Listen,
always come back to this?
It's so funny to me, yo.
It be this the hottest topic for him. Don't pay him no mind. I promise you, we'll be real serious. And then this is one of his topics.
yeah, because you got to bring relief. Sometimes things be a little. You got to bring some relief into it. And you know what I'm saying, look,
And
uh,
man, look, he did it with a bunch of people, and everybody really had an opinion about what his ass was talking about. Why y'all
because
don't
they
care
know what
about
I'm
shit
talking
stains?
about. Because they know exactly what I'm talking.
Why y'all don't care about shit stains? Man,
Because that's
ain't
one of the
nobody
that's a
gonna
hard
tell you
question.
they don't. Ain't nobody
yeah.
gonna tell you. That's a hard question.
I
No,
mean, it's hard because I can speak from my perspective and I can speak also from a broader perspective of most women, the reason why it becomes that. So I can give both, but um a lot of women, the reason why it's that reason why it ends up being like that is because we feel like we've been taken advantage of behind the scenes. Oftentimes when we dealing with a shitty nigga, oftentimes it's like, damn, we've done everything we're supposed to do. We've brought the issues to you. You either told us you didn't care, or you slept us off for so long to the point where it's like when we finally do break up and you call yourself trying to tell everybody that it was because I couldn't hang or I couldn't be there, I wasn't down. It's like, wait a minute. I wasn't down, but I washed your drawers that had shit stains in it. Like, that's what I say. You're not finna, like, a lot of times it's because you're not finna fucking play me. You're not about to. Like, that's not okay. Because that's what happened. That's part of the reason why Dating Story Girl came about too, is because I've suffered in relationships emotionally and physically as well. I've been physically beaten in relationships, but as soon as I leave, it's always, well, I'm the one that couldn't hang and I wasn't loyal. Bitch, so that's when you're gonna get exposed at this point, because it's like you're not about to embarrass me. You already embarrassed me, and I stuck with you for this long, and now you about to make it seem like that it's a whole personality flaw that I just can't stick with you and I can't be loyal, when I was being loyal by washing the shit stained drawers. You understand? Like, I didn't say anything for this long because I fucking loved your ass. So now,
so now your shitty ass.
right now you got the nerve to let pass your lips that I wasn't loyal. Excuse me.
Yo,
That's the kind of stuff that occurs, and that's the reason why that comes out. Like, a lot of stuff happened behind
Right,
the scenes
you
before
see,
that even gets revealed.
you can't. Right, see, you can't let them know I, when the argument happened. Motherfucker, I was cleaning your shit. And you, to me, you gotta tell them off rip. Yo,
Mm.
I need you to work on wiping. We got some
yeah.
wipes.
They got new
You know
wipes.
what I
They got
mean? Some ass wipes you need.
Oh,
You
I
know what I'm
use dew
you know
wipes. I love those.
those, like,
you know what I mean? If you need some of those or something like that, but y'all go ahead and just start washing it, and then
yeah.
later on down the road, it's a fight, and you ain't say no shit when I was watching your shitty ass drawers.
But
You
that,
ain't
but,
say no shit like that now.
but that's
Oh man.
like
And then
once
he gotta sit with the shitty draws look. For real.
you probably
I'm
have
gonna
some
put my
shitty
business
ass
out there.
on. Yo got some shitty drawers on.
The thing about it is, I was in a relationship where that actually occurred, like that exact situation. Well, it wasn't that; it was similar, but it was very much like that. And I did mention it. I was just like, "Hey, can you not do that?" And this was within the relationship.
Did
And
you
then it was
not
like,
do that?
yeah, because, well, I don't mind telling him because I don't care about this man. Anyways, this is what I said I hated. So mind you, I was going in the bathroom. It was like we was living together. I was going in the bathroom and I would take a shower or wash my face or do something like just regular. And I was just smelling shit. And I was like, did you just use the bathroom? I didn't just use it. What's going on? So I wasn't thinking about it. So a couple of days went by and I would like clean the whole bathroom. And I'm like, where is this shit smell coming from? Like, what is going on? And then I was like, I couldn't find where it was coming from. I thought something was wrong with the pipes, like the drains. I'm just coming up through the drain. Like, I don't know what's going on. So at this point, I'm sitting there and I was using the bathroom and I was like, it smells like shit in here again. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So something tells me, I was like, to dig in the trash. I dig in the trash. There was shit in the towel in the trash. And I said,
Yo, that's some nasty shit, right?
and then I asked my dad this. I said, Dad, is there? And mind you, I'm blessed to have the father that I had. Anytime I had man issues, I could always come to him and be like, Hey, can you translate this, Dad? But I was like, Dad, is there a reason why a man would shit in either a towel or a toilet paper thing and put it in the trash and not in the toilet? He said, that was usually done in places that didn't have running water. And I was like, okay. So at that point, he was like, why? What happened? I was like, oh, nothing, because such and such just did that dude I was with. And he goes, did he not have running water where he came from? And I was like, you know what? Anyway, so I mentioned it to him. I was just like, it took a
Nah,
while for
but
me to mention it. But by the time I mentioned it to him, I was already falling out of love with him for other reasons. Like he was putting his hands on me. He was disrespectful. It was all kind of stuff. So not only did I mention it to you as being nice, I was already like at that point, I was like, this is making me fall out of more love with you. So then when he started putting his hands on me and then started telling people that we're breaking up because of me, that's when it came out. So and I'm just kind of like,
shitty
I
ass
dealt with
nigga.
you, right. I dealt with you. You put your hands on me, and now it becomes a me issue. Now it's everything is my fault, you know. But technically, I'm the one that suffered because, sir, why are you shitting in the trash can and not in the toilet and flushing it?
Yo, that's crazy. That's motherfucking crazy, right?
But you see where but you see what happened. I came to him about something that he was doing, and he decided to take it to the public that I'm an issue. So I'm gonna
That's
take to the public the real issue.
that's the thing, right? As a man, right? And I learned this, right? In my 48 years of life, the one thing that you can't do is win no argument with a female if she got receipts. The only way you can win with a female that has receipts is if you have receipts yourself. This is the only way that this could possibly go out the way you want to. This is why I keep all my receipts. Cause yo, I don't yo,
He ain't
dog.
lying.
I'm keeping that shit real. That's why females hate when we go at it. Cause it's like, yo, I'm just gonna be real. Like I don't care what the people think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that.
I bet you
And see, for me, I don't need receipts because I'm not gonna care. So if you arguing with me, like if I really feel for you, then yes, I'm gonna care, and we can go back and forth and everything like that. But at some point, like I'm most likely gonna just shut down. I'm not shut down, but I'm gonna let you have the floor, and you gonna take the whole stage. You got it. You got it. You let me know if you want me to talk and everything like that. But as far as keeping receipts, I feel you, Marcus. But
right.
if I don't care about you, believe me, I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
I
I
got
don't
some.
give a fuck. I look.
And this is
I'm
why
not this. I promise you, I'm not this nigga. I love like most of the time. I'll take a shower after I shit, so I'm not that person. I promise you. But if you came to me, I promise you, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If I
I,
don't, you won't make me salty.
if I'm shitty Bill, right, I'm never going to do it. I'm not going to do anything that's going to give her the right to go at me in that way. I'm not
If you,
that person.
You right. If you shit stains in your drawers, you can't even raise your voice at me. The slightest bit of
Mhm.
inflection, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, for
Like, yes,
sure.
baby. Anything else, baby? What else you need, baby? You sure?
Exactly. That's
Oh
how it should
my
be. That's how it should
goodness.
be.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna use the bathroom? Look,
You just gonna always have that problem though.
I feel like I shouldn't have to teach a man how to wipe good.
Nah, for sure. But Marcus, you gonna always have that problem. And think you can get away with that problem because you just a good guy.
no.
No, you
I believe that.
don't don't let you have company, and I'm your company, and I see that shit.
I believe in right. I believe in you receive the energy you give. Right? Now, none of us is perfect. Now, I'm not saying I'm a shitty Bill. Right? I'm not saying that in no way, shape, or form. Right? But I'm saying that we all flawed. Right? So it's like you know when you're dealing with a woman know all your, you know what I'm saying? Because once you really fuck with her, you confide some of those things, you know what I'm saying, in her. So once you confide them things in her, it's to her discretion on when she going if she going to use them or not on you, and whether you put yourself in a situation for it to happen. See, I was blessed at a younger age to deal with females that like using it against niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it made me wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I put on blast a lot in my
Like,
younger.
and that's what, and that anything that I've told, anything that I tell you, and you my woman, you use it after we broke up. I promise you, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, yo, see now this the thing, right? In hindsight, in my situation, I can't speak on yours, but in mine, a lot of them situations I brung on myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when I confide in her and then I put myself in a situation where it's like you fell away and you want to hurt me the way I may have hurt you or made you feel, I can't really,
Yeah.
I can't really be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's also the type of female I was dealing with at the time too. Like I had certain types. I liked the ratchet shit when I was young. I like that wild shit that called me out. Kind of still like it now, but you know what I'm saying?
I kind of still like it now. See, 48 years old, still acting like this.
I,
Oh Lord.
this the thing, right? I like a woman that can put me in my place. Like I
Put
need
me in my place, baby.
Why are men like this? Because my dad was like that on my
Hey, yo,
mom.
listen,
this the
it's
reason.
something about it. It's
If you
something about it.
you with a woman and you trust her and you truly trust her and she knows what's going on and all that, if she check me or if I'm saying something and she tap me or she whisper something or she whatever, there's no question about it. You know what I'm saying? If we at that point, there's check me, yes, put me, yo, chill. Okay, yes, man. Okay, solid.
Why are y'all like
My
this?
wife does
We go,
not understand that. She
yeah,
don't
when
understand that till this day. That like we've had just recent, like we've had not altercations, but she has checked me and I've sat back and listened, and she gets upset because I won't I won't engage, or the way I engage, it sounds like I'm talking small. Like I need say what you need to say. I don't got nothing. If you checking me for my wrongdoing, I hear you. Let me listen. I have no rebuttal. I won't rebuttal. Should put me in my place, and I'm not about to make that same mistake again. To me, we don't need a conversation. Let me know what I did wrong. I'm gonna fix it, and it's not gonna happen no more.
yo,
But yeah, hell yeah, put me in my place when I'm wrong. Shit.
if a female checking you on it, this ain't the first time.
Lord.
This
You
ain't
said
the-
what?
if
You
she
said
check,
what?
if she checking you on a situation, this is not the first time it happened.
What you
Yeah.
mean?
I'm saying that this is something that's occurred a couple of times.
Because a lot of times, sometimes we just write it off. The first time it happens, we usually write it off like, okay, maybe he didn't
Let me
mean that.
think.
Maybe he doesn't feel good, or maybe such and such happened. I do that. Definitely, especially with my boyfriend. He's a truck driver, so he has a short fuse. So I'm just like, okay, maybe he wasn't talking to me, but when it happens again, that's I'm like, hey, like because
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Okay.
because it's
I
like
yeah,
that.
feel
So
that.
if we're saying something, it's because it occurred once before, and then it's now occurred again. Now it's like we have to see. Did you mean to do that the first time? Maybe you didn't mean to, and now if it happens again, okay, you did do that on purpose. Now I'm gonna say something.
you know what I'm saying?
So
Damn,
Uh,
that just made me fucked up. Damn. Am I a fucked up
yeah,
person?
you supposed to know that shit, nigga. Like I'm telling
I
you, it
didn't,
ain't
man.
the first.
I thought you, if I don't peep it for real, like if something might seem small to me and it seemed big to you, check me on it.
Yeah,
Check me on it. And
but
if
that's
you tell me, I promise you, if you tell me, I don't like you wouldn't like it if it was you. Nah, I feel what you're trying to say, but I wouldn't know unless you do it to me. But I need
see,
you to check me on that. I need you to tell me something that I did wrong, no matter how small, no matter how big, so I know.
but then there's a thin line
Don't make me
between that
not
and
know.
nagging, because then y'all start saying that we nagging at that point.
No,
If we come to
don't make me
that's how
not
it always
know.
is.
no, but that's because you
Don't
got it's all in. Like you got to think like how a person give it to you and how you take it gonna be two
Yeah.
different. So they might not come off in their head. They might not be coming at you as nagging. but to you it may be not. You know what I'm saying? You might be
You
looking at it
didn't
like,
no. The only way it can be nagging is if, to me, you keep doing, like, you keep repeating it and saying it and things like that. But it shouldn't be nagging if you came to me and I just corrected it. We should never have this problem again. Now,
but
this is
what
the
if,
first time you came to me.
but what if you didn't correct?
Yeah,
It-
that's the only time I'm
the
nagging. The only time
thing
I'm coming to
is,
you over and over
the
is because you didn't change it.
that's my point. My point is, I don't know
Mhm.
unless you tell me, especially if it's small to
Right.
me, but it's actually big to you. It can be as small as, yo, why you keep putting your shoes over there when they need to be over here? Kind of, it can be, I don't know. But you gotta correct me on what you think needs done. You can't just sit here and wait and see if I'm gonna do it again. I don't Nah, man. And
I
Marcus, we just had this conversation.
I think
But you can't not say nothing to me
I
and
think
expect me to know.
I think you're looking at it in a different thing. Like it's like, all right, say you talking to your wife, right? You might answer her a certain kind of way, but you might not mean up behind it. She thinking about it like, well, I don't believe he mean up behind it, so it ain't nothing for me to say. We're just gonna keep on with the conversation. But if it becomes a pattern, now it's like two, three times. Like, all right, now we're gonna say something. I didn't say nothing the first time because I didn't think that it was nothing like that. But now I see that this is something that you're doing. So now I want to say something about it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like you want to be sure. Like the worst, like you know what, even with me, the worst thing for me is to jump the gun and be wrong because it's almost like you're not even giving the person an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't that they trying to hold it from us. It's just they giving us the benefit of the doubt.
Mhm.
Okay.
It really
So
what it
now
is.
here goes my question for the next time. You say I'm just supposed to know, right?
No, you ain't supposed to. I'm saying,
Okay, so then tell me, help
I'm
me out to
saying
make
that
sure
you're
this
supposed to
don't
know.
there is no next time.
Listen to me. I'm saying you're supposed to know that when she addressed something with you, that it's not the first time. That's what you're supposed to know.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not the first time that it
It's not the
happened.
first time it happened that
Yeah,
has
Yeah.
done it.
what you supposed.
Damn.
It ain't never the first time when if a female say something to you the first time it happened, then it really struck a nerve on.
Mhm.
But normally it ain't the first time. They'll wait for it to be a pattern to be like, okay, now I see it's an issue. Let me say something.
I
Mhm.
feel
Because a
like a
lot of
fucked up
times
husband.
Because a lot of times there's a lot of men that are out here that have short fuse. Like I said, and I'm with
Mm.
one that has a very short fuse. And sometimes, like I notice that sometimes I write things off that he says because I know he's not talking to me, or I know he don't mean to be talking at me. Because he doesn't talk to me like that regular, and it's not a pattern. So sometimes it's like it's literally like in the midst of while he's driving, trying to focus, and he drives with his dogs because they're ESAs. So it's like he was driving, so he's cussing the dogs out, cussing the people out on the road out, and then I might say something off the wall, and he's like, "Hold on, just a second," and then it may seem like snarky towards me, but I'm like, I realize he has a bunch of different influences around him that's causing him to be short at that moment. Now, when
And
it becomes a pattern, if we in the kitchen and I'm like such and such, hey, hold on, now I'm like, all right, now you did this earlier, but now like what's wrong? What you got going on? I understand the first time, like, and I try to understand or I try to get a benefit of the doubt, but now it's like, okay, you're doing it on purpose at this point, you know.
yeah, so yeah, that's the shit I had to learn. It ain't never. So yeah, it ain't that you a fucked up husband. It's just you gotta catch on,
Mhm.
on 'cause women they
Man,
be
that didn't
trying.
help me at all. He said you just gotta catch on, yo. That
Oh,
didn't
I'm
help
saying
me at all.
sense of in the sense of knowing when she's talking to you about something that she got an issue with that it ain't the first time. So it's like once you catch on,
Okay.
you start looking for certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh,
So, but again, I understand. To me, when you when you address it, like I said, when you address it to me, I'm gonna make the changes. Simple as that.
yeah,
But
that's all,
conversation at hand, yeah, check me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
That's
the
what
only one I can. You the only one I can do.
boom, that part. Like yo, who else? If you want somebody to check you, who else you want to check?
Right.
I want. I want my woman check me, and then when we get home, she sit me down and she be like, "Look, this is you on that bullshit. This is why I said what I said. I'm glad you didn't make a scene. Now we can talk with clear heads about this shit." You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you gotta trust. You gotta trust
the
that your partner.
conversation, the
You got your partner not going to
yeah,
not
the
crazy.
conversation I hit you when I hit you up when I hit you up about the last shit, she had
Mhm.
checked me on it. Yeah, I got in trouble.
Yeah, but
I got in trouble. I
that's
had
the
to.
that's the
Marcus got me in trouble.
Oh my
I
So
lord.
nah, I'm just playing. But nah, she had checked me on it, and so I directed you, and
yeah. I mean,
we
but see,
cool now.
I respect it because it's like, yo, she. That's the thing, yo. I can't. I'll never be mad at a person for feeling a certain kind of way. All I can do is try to understand
Hmm.
Yeah,
because that's
And
the
you just
whole.
got to be receptive when she comes to you about it. Because sometimes well, a lot of times it take a lot for us to come to y'all. Because sometimes we're afraid of what's gonna come from the other side, especially when we don't know how you feeling in that moment.
right.
Because sometimes with men, no time is a good time to talk. I've experienced that. But no time is a good time. and and it's like I have to address this at some point because I've been through plenty of situations with men when I say, hey, this happened earlier, and when you said that kind of hurt my feelings, and I get the, oh, you just being sensitive. Now at this point, it only take one time for you to say something like that to me where you're no longer my safe space.
Yeah, and
So
oh my
How
if I
goodness,
can't talk to the problem about the problem, it's an issue.
there
I
you
Like,
go.
be
Clock it.
and we've had this conversation, and I've really chilled out, no frustration at this point, kind of deal where I really want to know what is it that when you have a problem with me and I say something back, like not to be not rude, not to me. I don't think it's rude or anything like that, but it might be like small, but I'm listening to you. Like I said, check me and I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, I know. Like not rude way, but I know it's going to get better and everything like that. I don't know what it is that she hears because she hears something completely different out my mouth.
How was your
She
tone
she could
yeah.
when you
no.
How was your body
I'm told
language?
man?
it may. So when this conversation happened, I was holding the baby. We was chilling, and she came to me and told me her problem, and I just looked at her. I said, I know that was a problem, and I wanted you to finish. And she got up and she had left, but she was more frustrated with my response than anything. So now I know you want a whole conversation instead of me hearing that that was a problem, me knowing that it frustrated you, me fixing the situation and things like that. You wanted a lot more, but what she told me she heard was, I know, and that it's not my fault. It is not my problem. And I asked her, when did I say it's not my problem? So now this is when it gets bigger and bigger and stuff like that. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I didn't say that.
So look, now I'm not a specialist or nothing, right? So
Yeah,
um,
we
Ron,
got one.
Ron might be able to, you know what I'm saying, give you a more accurate thing, but I'm gonna tell you what I think, right? When she coming to you, she's looking for a conversation because she want to know that you understand that by articulating
Yeah,
your words, you
yeah,
understand instead of you just saying, "Yeah, I get it." What do you get? What is it that you understand? Do you know why
yeah.
the way I feel instead of just in a kind of a way being a little dismissive about it? Like, yeah, I know, I did it. Yeah,
I
I'm right.
I
I
was I promise I was not trying to be dismissive, and I've told her that. I told her that when we had that conversation. I was not trying to act like I don't care or anything like that. It was literally me just hearing you, and I'm ready for you to chew me out. No matter what, I got no rebuttal. I promise you, I can take all the hits,
that's the thing.
but chew me out. so I can fix the problem. I promise you, I won't make it no bigger. But
That's the thing, though.
yeah,
She want to talk.
that conversation.
She want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, we want to hear that you understand. Hey, I do understand that I hurt your feelings earlier. I didn't mean to. This was the circumstances, but I do understand that that hurt your feelings and that was fucked up to do. Like that's what we trying to hear. Because a lot of time y'all use okay, and I hear you, and I get it as a write off. You want us to shut up. And a lot of times she's probably been in a relationship previously that was the case. Every time she brought an issue,
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was never a, I understand. It was never I apologize. They never apologized for it. They said, okay, like, because I've been in situations similar where I brought an issue and he just sat there and okay, Lauren, smiling and cheesing. I knew he was trying to get me to shut up. He didn't really care about what I was saying. And that's why it escalated to me going to my room and being mad for the night and it not being resolved because you didn't really care about, or if even if you did care about what I was saying, you didn't give like through your words nor body language that you gave a damn about what I was talking about. And that's where it comes to where we feel like you're invalidating our feelings because you're not even giving the body language or the verbiage that you give a fuck for real. So because but the thing about it is we always think about it if the situation was flipped, I'd be the scum of the damn earth. So, sometimes with
But
a lot
if
of
I
men, we can't do the same thing to y'all. We'll be scum of the earth and all kind of bitches. So,
so my only thinking is I hear y'all and I'm going to do it for sure, and that's what she told me too. But my only thinking is, and I want her to understand it is, if I, it sounds like if I have something to say after what you're saying, I have a rebuttal. I have a reasoning behind it. That's when it sounds like, yeah, I know, but I don't think, because for me, I don't want to hear a but. I just want to know, I would just want you to know this is how I feel. I hope that you correct it, kind of deal. Don't explain to me or anything like that unless I ask for explanation. But uh if
But
I have a, it just sounds like a rebuttal. It just sounds like I'm ready to not have a conversation, but I'm ready to have the
if,
reason behind it when I don't have one.
if you're defending yourself, then it is a rebuttal. If
And
you're
I'm not. And that's the thing. I wasn't defending myself. I was talking punchy.
I'm saying in the sense of like you just took it and just like, all right, I'm gonna get it together and all that
Yeah.
instead of being like, well, I understand you felt like boom, boom, boom because I did boom, boom, and boom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like the reassurance. It's like instead
Yeah.
of brushing it off, instead of just being like I say, yo, like you don't mean to seem like you're brushing it off.
mhm.
That's how she taking
It's the same way, you see when you have little kids, you do the same thing with your children. When children do something they're not supposed to do, and they say you gotta say you're sorry, you always ask them, "What are you sorry for?" It goes on to adulthood too, because what are you sorry for? The child has to know what they did wrong as well as an
it.
adult.
Mhm.
And you got to understand what's producing this reaction because sometimes it always turns the argument turns back on the woman. Why you turning up like that? Do understand I'm turning up like this because I've either said something to you over and over, or what you did hurt my feelings and you treating it nonchalantly. So if anything, that's gonna send me through the wall anyways.
Yeah, that
That's gonna
I
send
ain't
me through
trying
the
to.
roof if something you did really hurt my feelings and you're just like, oh, okay, I get it, I'm sorry. Oh,
yeah, like oh
yeah.
this nigga sorry.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, okay. Like that's when I get because what? Please understand. Like no, like I can't. Yeah, and it also has to do with past trauma too. A lot of times we've been in a relationship where it was like that.
like yeah, you just gotta like they say you gotta talk it through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk
Hmm.
it through. That reassurance goes on many different levels for different things. I mean, but hey, what it look, I didn't fucked up a lot of relationships, so I can tell you from experience. Don't be like this.
Feel you don't say that. Don't put that in my head because I ain't trying to fuck. I ain't trying to fuck this up. This is my wife. What are you talking about? I know what you're saying.
I said me. I ain't say you.
I
Now
know.
you
I
can,
know what you're saying. I know what you're
but
saying.
I said me. I'm just telling you, like for us as men, we gotta be more. We gotta be more understanding of what we saying, how we saying, and how they might be taken. Like you ever talk to your wife and you be saying something and you can see her facial expressions change as you talking and you trying to figure out
Mhm.
why it's changing. because you
Mhm.
said something in a way that she wasn't feeling and you ain't catch it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
she got a eyebrow thing. So when her face expressions, of course, the eyebrows is everything when it comes to face expressions, but she got a mean one. Oh
She
my
rock.
goodness! Then I be like, "Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like?" And then she'll tell me, she'll like, "No, I'm trying to understand what you mean when you're trying to do this, say this, and this." I'm like,
Hmm. My
man,
boyfriend
listen.
catches it. He catches it in my
I
face.
don't.
I soon my face start going down. He always wrong. Yep.
Oh
You already
my
know you said something off the
goodness,
wall.
bro!
You already
As
know you said
women,
something off the wall.
as women, they can't.
Yeah, that's the first thing that
As
come to mind. Like, what I say, I was wrong there.
soon as you see that
And,
face change, nigga, you be like, oh shit. I
oh
told
man,
you. I
but
told you. But that's, I mean,
I
you
know,
know,
I know. I just said something. I care, but if you in the wrong and your face expression change, I'm gonna continue to say what I said. I want to know why it changed, but I'm gonna still say what I said because
Oh, by
I'm
all
gonna
means, get
stand
off
on it.
what you need to get off. Get off what you need to get off. But also, it's gonna be rewind that back.
yeah,
Yeah.
it ain't
I'm gonna rewind it right back for you.
gonna be what you said. It's gonna be how you said it.
That
You
too.
see?
And,
You be like, but I said, but that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying, how did you say?
and
Mhm.
nah, for sure,
But they say the devil in the detail.
for
You,
sure.
you see, when I be talking to the girls, yo, I be trying to give as much information as possible. I be trying to get reassurance. I don't want no smoke. I just don't. It's and this is how you keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? Look, but what do I know? I'm the only one on this panel that don't have a partner. So, you know what I'm
I
saying?
told man, it's been a lot because I told her I'm just trying to make the peace. I'm just trying to keep the peace. She took that and ran with it. She took
Yeah.
that.
So, what you
She
saying? I'm
took
not the
that and
peace?
ran with. No, no,
I
no,
hate
no. What I
that.
mean,
I
like she
hate when
ran.
people say
When I
that. Oh my
I'm
god.
Look, tell him why. Tell the young brother why.
Oh, the last dude I dealt with before with my current man, like he used to do dumb shit that used to make me mad. He used to have me crying and fussing all the time. And then it was like, and then it turned out, then when it went to silent treatment and no, you can't come to my house no more, no, you can't do this no more. That's when it went to, well, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on so I can keep the peace and make sure everybody happy. And I'm like, you're not hearing what the fuck I'm saying. You're trying to keep the peace to the point where you just want to keep the peace. You just want me to shut up and sit on these issues. You want me to sit on them and you not rectify it, and that's not gonna happen. Like mentally, I cannot go forward until this is rectified. I can act like everything is okay, but deep down, I want to stab your fucking eye out. So that's
Oh,
the
I
reason
agree.
why I hate that I'm gonna keep the peace. No, we need to talk about it. And yes, our argument may occur, but at the same time, we need to get somewhere. We need to get to a solid ground before we to keep the peace. Can it? Because keeping the peace and it's not actually peaceful. I'm gonna put some eye drops in your water, and you ain't gonna wake up tomorrow. So
He's like, I'm about to get some peace. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
I'm about to get some. Show is.
that. I mean, like, in keeping the peace. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what keeping the peace look like in a relationship. I feel like it's just either y'all have an understanding, y'all have a, you know what I'm saying, y'all have understanding, you don't have understanding.
Because we can truly keep the peace when everything has been laid out on the table and you understand what you did wrong and I understand what I did wrong. That's when the peace can be kept. Not mid argument when I'm trying to explain to you how I'm feeling and you throw out, I'm trying to keep peace. I'm finna slap you. Because
Yeah.
now it's like you're not trying to hear what I'm saying. You're trying to get right to the point of at the end of the argument without going through the middle of it. You're trying to skip from beginning to end. You forget the middle part of the essay, bro. And that's what we're not gonna do. We're not about to skip the three paragraphs in the center. We ain't gonna go from introduction to conclusion. We gotta do the meat and the potatoes in the middle. No, we're not about to skip over that all because you just don't feel like talking about it or it's uncomfortable for you. No, like, and that's where they keep it a peace stuff get you punched.
Oh, I'll just try to keep the peace. Hey, Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Keep talking that
Yep.
peace.
If I stand up, if I stand up, that's it.
Yo, see. Now, and see, Elijah, see you
I got brothers, so I fight men. I don't mind fighting
But
men. So
and
look, and you, you know what I'm saying, you used to be in the military as well, so you trained.
yes,
I
Mm-hmm.
I, under, I understand. I get it.
But
When I'm telling you, when I'm telling you, I'm trying to keep the peace in this relationship. Man, I'm not trying to. If we and we've had these conversations, Mark, and I'll be dead ass serious. I want to talk to you. You start fixing your face, I know it's not talking no more. When you start to raise your voice, you expect, yeah, okay. Now I'm learning to keep calm. Now I don't care. Man, listen. When I tell you I'm trying to keep the peace, I'm tired of arguing with you. We can't have no conversation. You can't understand me and I understand you. You can't hear me when I say I'm trying to just keep the peace in this conversation right now. And right now it's not getting nowhere. You can't hear that, then I don't know. You want to raise up on me, you want to fix your face and everything like that, then it sounds like then I don't know. I don't know because I'm not going to put my hands on you.
okay,
So what we doing here? You can't chill out and have a civil conversation with me. Then I guess we just not gonna be talking because I'm not about to argue with you. I love my woman to the
I
death of me,
agree.
but I refuse to argue. We should have no reason to argue. We
yeah,
should be able to have that conversation. Now, it gets underneath my skin when you fix your face because you look like you want to punch me,
it's
and I
triggered.
just want to chill out. I just want to fix the situation, but I just said something that just triggered you. And
Now, but now
please
you
tell
tri-
me
but now
now,
you tri-
please tell me why I triggered you, and please tell me what I just said was wrong. But man, listen, when I tell you I'm trying to keep the peace, I'm trying to keep the peace in this household. I don't give a fuck about everybody else in this household right now. Because without me having no peace, man, ain't nobody about to have no fucking peace. Fuck y'all. I love you.
oh holla, fuck the house. If I don't get
No,
no peace, won't be
man,
nobody in this motherfucker get no
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't be this way. I shouldn't be this way. You have enough arguments, man. You start to just wind down. You start to
peace.
just wind down, and it just be like, all right, I'll wait for you to be done. I'm not arguing with you. I'll wait
Bro,
for you to be done.
you seen the video,
And
right?
then when I said the one thing that I didn't know would piss you off, I'm just honestly just trying to keep the peace. Oh, fuck that. You want to keep the fucking peace in here? Fuck that. Man, all right. I guess my fault for wanting to be peaceful. I
Yo,
feel you.
but that's the thing
Let's
is
just set this
like
bitch up then. Let's just
uh,
I got a match too. I'll burn this bitch down.
in the heat of this shit, yo, you never know what's going to trigger a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. Like
That's why
I
walking away sometimes is necessary. Walking away in that moment is necessary so you can calm down and actually have that conversation without yelling. And it's heat of the moment trying to have a conversation, you liable to get kicked out of the chair. Like,
yeah, yo, because that keeping the peace, because then that keeping the peace becomes a combative word, right? Because it's like what I don't want no peace. What I can't get no peace neither. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's
you gotta
almost
be happy, but I gotta be miserable.
yeah, like oh, so long as you get peace, everything
Yeah.
cool. Yes.
Oh, as long as you get peace, now I gotta deal with the bullshit. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great. And then you don't want that because then that woman's gonna start resenting you. So
yeah, yeah.
One like I said, man,
It's an
I
understanding.
understand.
It's,
I understand.
listen to me, brother. The, the, the best understanding is knowing that you still got a lot of understanding. You know
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah,
yeah, this is an everyday thing. Like it's gonna be something new every day. You're gonna learn something new about your partner. Learn something new about yourself.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I envy the fact that you're a young brother and you know what I'm saying you married, you got kids, you doing the shit you're supposed to be doing because a lot of brothers your age is not on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just being on.
honestly, even when we first got together, man, we'll go and we won't go off, but we'll go off. We won't cuss each other out. We'll say no cuss words. But I promise you, it sound like we did. When I understand, when I tell you I understand, I mean like I chilled, I really have chilled out. I really do just want to listen to you. I really just want to know what's wrong with you. What did I do wrong kind of deal.
Mhm.
And I get it if it's past trauma thing. I get it if that just triggers you. I get it if you just don't like it. Period. Point blank. But all I'm doing is I'm chilling out because I'll take you back to where we used to be, and we can just go and have a yelling fest and slam shit all day long.
Oh
You don't want
Lord,
that. You
that's
want to chill out me, right? Don't you want to chill out me? The one that want to fix shit, the one that don't have you getting ready to walk. This is before we was married and everything. You was getting ready to walk out the door and just to go sit in your car and drive off and stuff like that to go for. Don't you want a chill out me, right? That's what I'm doing. And it's not for peace from just it's not for peace for me. I promise you, it's not for peace for me. I love my peace, but I can go find peace in another room. I need you, you should have peace too. You mean more to me than I mean more to me. You being okay mean more to me than me being okay. Why don't you see that? I need to know what I need to fix with me. So you have to tell me what you don't like so I can correct it and never do it again, kind of deal. I say, I'm just trying to keep the peace. It is not for me because I can go into another room and watch football. You gonna still be upset. So we having this conversation. Me saying look, man, it's
man,
you
dog.
either want to piss off me or you want to calm me. You can't get both worlds. You can't get it in the middle. What you want?
Oh
But
my
you
lord.
you
Ooh.
you can't pick what's going to trigger people though. It's like they
I
can't pick.
know. I I know that. Like it's man. Okay.
I get
So
it. I get where you're coming from. It's just it's like that's where you stand, right? And I respect it. But then where the other person stand can be totally different where you stand. And we got to find a way to be able to respect that too. You know what I'm
if we gonna make this work,
saying?
then
Yeah, you
we
got to
gonna
make
have to find a middle ground.
exactly. But it's that's the whole point. The whole point is
The
finding the
middle, but yeah, to me, the middle ground can't just be about you.
no, neither one of you. It got to be about both of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying? That's the
um,
but that's the thing. The more y'all around each other, the more you gotta think, right? Y'all have been through situations. So and
yeah,
y'all way through them. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. As long as y'all had that line of communication and y'all open with each other, y'all gonna always find a way to talk y'all way through. That's the
that's
long about the
that's
respect
where we at.
there. As
That's
long as you
where we at now.
talk.
We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. So
That's
long
where we at.
yeah, y'all might not like what each other might do at times or whatever, but y'all know y'all ain't going nowhere and y'all gonna have that line.
We know we gonna be that old couple that talk shit.
That's what's up though.
Yeah, we know we gonna be that old husband and wife that talk shit. Not that bad, but we gonna talk shit, and then people not gonna understand it. But we gonna just be like, I mean, we not going nowhere, and it'll never get. I'll never cheat on her, and I know she will never cheat on me. So
I love
it'll
that.
never get there. It'll never get there. But that's
That's
where we at now.
that's the
We
shit I'm
have no we told each other we have no choice but to fix our situations.
right.
So
No, my
even if we don't, yeah, even if we don't, sooner or later we gonna have to fix it.
yeah, that's the y'all made a commitment. Like marriage is something serious.
Yeah,
Even though I look at like any type of relationship, whether it's like boyfriends or girlfriends, whatever have it's this like once you make that commitment, you gotta stand on something. And those commitments sometimes shit happen. I'm not saying cheating. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah, no.
cool, but I'm saying like disagreements or misunderstandings. Sometimes small shit become big shit because we don't have that understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That be the motherfucking thing. Like shit get out of control, and now what? Now you can throw away something good because you don't have an understanding.
Emotional intelligence is a really big thing that a lot of people need to try to expand, is what I say. Because a lot
Yeah,
of the times we don't even know what we're really feeling until we try to break it up. And once you break it up, you can finally articulate to somebody how you were really feeling in that moment. Because it's one thing to say that you were sad, or one thing to say that you were angry with something, but sometimes when you break down a situation and if someone says they were angry, and it really might be jealousy, or it really might be something else. So when you have emotional intelligence, you're able to articulate what's going on. It helps for better understanding and you better progress in a relationship, I feel.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that because you definitely gotta be able to. You gotta be able to talk your way through that shit, and sometimes
yeah,
you gotta be able to take what a person said. Like with women, I don't like this. Like if they get loud, I don't get loud with them because I'm not really trying to. Because I know if I get loud, if they loud and I get loud, they're gonna get loud. It's not gonna work.
it's not gonna stop. Yeah,
So I gotta keep my tone the way it is and try to hear what they saying instead of hear like like they tone can be whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta hear it. I gotta hear what they trying to get. Because once I hear what they saying and they know I hear what they saying, then they calm down. They come down a little bit once they see that you're listening and you understand.
for
Mm.
sure.
I wasn't always the best listener. I used to I used to listen what we called it, listening to have something to say back. Like as soon as I hear some shit I ain't like, I'm cutting you off. Like, no, but no, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I had to learn that.
One one thing that worked for us is we made it a serious thing. We'll never lie to each other, and that can mean in a lot of different ways. In a lot of different ways, but we'll never lie to each other.
That's shit. I wish I could find a motherfucker that wouldn't lie to me.
Oh
Up,
God.
Morty.
No, I'm saying it in the sense of like, look, it's hard to find honesty in this world nowadays without it being an angle to it. So
Yeah,
so when you say you have that, you know what I'm saying? Not in a hater way, but I'm envious of that because that's all that we really want is somebody that we can be honest with and can be, you know what I'm saying, and we can be honest with them. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Hmm.
we broke that down for each other to say that I'm I'm just being honest with you, kind of deal. So when we tell each other we'll never lie to each other. How it was there and then it left. It was there and then it left. He'll probably come back. I don't know,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah. Well,
I used to watch the show called The Game, right? He used to come on with Derwin James and all them.
yeah,
And him and his wife used to do this thing where there used to be like a moment of honesty where they couldn't judge, they couldn't get mad, they couldn't do nothing, but it's like it's gonna be the truth. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
right.
I would love to have that type of relationship.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. So when we tell each other, like when we know we'll never lie to each other, it's to be bluntly honest. It's your chance to be bluntly honest. It's your chance to listen. And I'm just gonna tell you exactly how I feel, and this is the reason why I feel this way, and that it just worked for us. That's really it. It just worked for us.
I mean,
That's good. I mean, it works. I mean, and then some couples, I will say, some couples do this. Me and my sister had a thing there when we were very close, and then when we get into it, we really get into it real bad. One thing that help us get our feelings out is this. Also, it sounds cliche, but write a letter to each other. You could say more in a letter than you can sometimes verbally to somebody. Like
You watch
me
them
and my
folks.
sister literally will put a letter under each other's door and be like, "Bitch, this is the way I
Right.
feel," and then we'll read it, and then we'll think about okay, and then next thing you know, she's knocking at my door. Let's get in the car. We're going to the movies. Like, and
Nah,
sometimes it
I
took
feel
just
you.
that, just writing out what you writing it down helps. And like I said, it sounds cliche, and they say that about everything, but it really does. Writing it down
It's a
really helps.
it's a real deal because my wife will text me in the other room how she feels, and I'll text her
Uh-huh.
back like, "Wait, okay, we'll have a conversation," and then I'll tell her like, "Why ain't you gonna come out here and just talk to me?" But she'll text me a whole paragraph, a whole book of how she felt and everything like that. Why can't you just tell me that face
It's
to
easier
face?
to
I
articulate
don't.
by typing or writing. It's way easier to just like if you
Yeah,
notice, like with books and movies, you can put more in a book than you can in a movie. You
Yeah.
can put more in a text than someone can visually show you.
And you ain't got to worry about being interrupted. You get
Uh-huh.
the whole thought out.
yeah, that's what I figured. That's what
Yeah.
I figured. You don't know. You can just say what you feel. You don't got to feel no type of way because you don't see a face
Mm-hmm.
expression. You don't see me
Yep.
ready to rebuttal or nothing like that.
But
But
you gonna send the
yeah,
letter back with a whole bunch of dots. You gonna stop somewhere, put dot dot dot, and then just send the letter back. Like I ain't read
For
the rest of
real.
this
hell
shit.
no. That's what get me. That's what get me sleeping on the couches when I text back a short like 2 sentence thing. So I basically got to read it, break down, start from the beginning, go to the middle,
Gotta
and then talk
analyze.
about the end.
I know the
I
female.
analyze everything you just said.
If I text one word answers, even if it's the correct, even if you ask me a yes or no question, and I say yes or no, if I just put yes or no,
Boy, me,
I got a question
me,
for y'all in
so
that sense. Since we talking about that, why when we sending y'all a paragraph about how we feel, y'all respond to the most irrelevant parts of it?
that lets you know where to stop reading.
You know how many times? Listen, I was dealing with this dude. I tell you, this man breadcrumbed me for years, like basically telling me he wanted a relationship, and then as soon as relationship shit start happening, that's when I ain't really like that anyway. Like this man breadcrumbed me for years. But then I was like, you know what? I don't really want to continue to do this with you because basically all you do is lure me in all to do this, and you're not really nice to me in this. So I basically laid out a whole couple of days or a couple of instances where shit happened where he fucked up. Do you know what this motherfucker responded and said? That didn't happen on no Tuesday.
yeah. I'm yo, Lizzie. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm better now, but I'm guilty of that.
So,
Just
so,
pointing out the ones we wanted to respond on.
yo, man, let me
And
tell
I'm
you,
like, but the question that he asked was way broader than that. But that was your answer to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that just lets you know.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
lets you
my wife used to say that all the time. How come I tell you all that and that's all you read was this? Look, I'm sorry. No, I read it all though. I promise you, I read it all. That
Right.
just stuck out. It just stuck out. No, that just when
that's
one
right.
thing sticks out, that's the only thing I can only focus on. But I'm better now. It's
My
like I
best friend,
said, I go from the beginning to the middle to the end.
it be though. My best friend send the voice notes and the messages and all of that. You know what I'm
Cause I'm
saying?
gonna start. Cause I say I'm gonna start doing that to these men. Something you did this, you did that. I wasn't wearing that. I wore the red one.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
start doing
you
that shit.
tell a story, tell it accurate. You know what I'm saying? Tell the whole truth.
Tell it right. Tell it that I had on the red outfit, not the pink outfit. You lied. You can't even remember what the fuck happened. That'll be me. What?
Uh,
I'm gonna start responding how y'all respond.
yo, dude, look,
Mm.
you know how that. They will be like, no, but you did have that on. Hold up,
No,
let
you
me know.
didn't. Now it's a whole new argument for nothing. We can gone away from the initial issue at hand at this point.
Yeah, 'cause you know, as men, when we got an arguing point, that's the only point we really got. So we start to argue. That's real shit because you gotta think us as men, we just want to get what we got to say off, hear what gotta be said, and then we want to move on. So if we saying something and that's that point we try to make, and then y'all take it somewhere else, we not prepared to go nowhere else. That's why the conversation be all over the motherfucking place because the nigga just
Yeah,
wants
nah, don't do that. Yeah, nah, don't do that. if I'm in my feelings and I come to you and you take it somewhere completely different, nah, but I ain't talking about that. Nah, that's not what I was talking about. Read, no. I'm talking about this right here. This is
No,
what we
how
talking about right here.
Tuesday. I'm talking about Wednesday. I'm talking about Wednesday. We ain't Tuesday. We past Tuesday. We on Wednesday. Yes, I know.
Irrelevant as hell. The irrelevant parts of it. That's when it goes way left. And by then you don't even remember what the hell you arguing about. And I was like, you know what? Like, why did I come in here and talk to you again? You know what? I'm finna find something else to be mad about. Excuse me.
That should be the fake out. A motherfucker be trying to get about that shit. Start arguing on some other shit.
Just segue it somewhere else.
Take that shit somewhere else. Be like, I ain't like what you did. That be like, I don't like how you be seasoning the chicken. You know what I'm saying? I told you I don't like a lot of salt on the chicken. You know what I'm
You're the
saying?
reason why my blood pressure up now. You got me
That's
put my blood pressure up. I'll just bring my blood pressure up. You want to argue with me? And here we go.
I told y'all went to the doctor. Now you want to argue. Oh, look, I got too much shit going on. That's how
Too much going on.
going on. I'm stressed out. Like, hey, come on. They don't care about men's mental health. No, nobody
walks
cares.
walks away. Argument done. At that point, it's like, you know what? I can't even. I can't anymore. At this
And then
point,
they
I
go
know
to
it's
tell his homeboy, like, come around now, yo, come around now. I get out of here. I get out of here.
I gotta leave. Here you go. She tripping. She tripping.
She's not gonna stop, yo. Just honk the homeboy. I'm just gonna run out, yo.
Not to go run out the house. Oh my god.
Be like, lines out front. I'll be back. Yo, pull off, nigga, the drive.
That's exactly
Oh,
what how it go. It
Uh,
be it be rough. It's rough out here.
yo, look, that's why I say, look, y'all got y'all relationships. Y'all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see my brother, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. And after stories, you know what I'm saying, when you go back into the page and you see the stories, it's good to see you in a good place. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, it was a long time coming.
I know the last situation. I know I was watching. I just was like, I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew you felt the way. That's why I wasn't really, excuse me, hitting you like that. I was telling Elijah, right? Because I was like, I've been wanting to get you on, but I seen what you was going through, and it's like I'm not the type to be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not going to press, and I'm all about timing.
Yeah. I mean, and I definitely said that in my video. I was like, listen, I had to tell y'all when I was ready to talk about it because I went through so many emotions all throughout. It was a lot of gaslighting, and I had to realize that this man was gaslighting me for caring about him. Like,
Yeah,
you ghosted me, and I'm trying to figure out where you went to because you ghosted me, but now you making it seem like that I was bothering you. And the thing about it is, if you give me any inclination that I'm bothering you, I'm dead to you after that point. You'll never hear from me again.
yeah. I mean, especially if I care, and you
Mm,
make it seem like I'm doing something wrong for Karen, then it's like, why do I care? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So that was the thing when I was watching. Because it's like I tell everybody, like I done had a couple different people on here, and everybody content I be watching. You know what I'm saying? So to see like you meeting up with who you with now, seeing how y'all so silly together. Yo, I love when y'all do the videos together. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
Yo, son, you gotta see, son. They be so happy. And they so, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to see where she came from to where she at now. That,
Man,
sh- that should be
it's
cool.
rough.
They give you hope. You know what I'm saying?
Never thought I'd find my best friend. But
Yeah,
that's my best friend.
yeah. But see, sometimes you gotta go through shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta all that stuff you had to go through, so you will be prepared for your best friend to come in your life.
And the crazy thing about it is, I tell people, I say I knew him already. That's why it was so easy for us to get together. We met in 2014. We just didn't date back then. So, like, we was working at Walmart together. He was bent out of shape by some girl named Kiana. Kiana was running him down through there at the time.
Look, my man,
um,
patient, my man, pre, yo, we did the work, and then y'all, you know what I'm saying? However it happened, y'all ended up back around each other, and everything went. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Y'all both had to go through y'all thing for y'all to come back.
for sure. And he says that too all the time. He said, I feel like that 10-year break between us talking really matured me. That's what he always says. Like I feel like even if I dated you then, I would have been mature enough to handle you. But now I have 10 more years of experience of dealing with all different kinds of women, and now I know what I want, and I know how to treat somebody. And it's a good thing about him. He has his dad in his life, so and it's a good one. So he has both parents in his life. He cares about his mom. You know, it's not one of those things. It's not a toxic relationship. So that's one thing I was happy about, because I used to deal with men with toxic relationships with their parents, and they reflected on how they treated me. So, and a lot of men don't believe that the way you feel about your mom also reflects on the way you treat women. So, but that turns into a whole debate in itself. But I'm happy. I'm definitely happy where I am. I had to go through a lot to get to it. That's why I always say, I said, I feel like God put me through that for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, look, you had to be able to tell all these stories and all these women to hear all these bad stories. And then you got to think all these women that heard all these stories also get to hear the story about you and him getting together and how y'all are now and like seeing how y'all are.
When I tell you, I get so many messages and so many DMs about how happy people are for me, and even I get DMs from. I even get people that reach out to me from old videos. Like one thing I like about having a lot of videos is my videos are always in rotation. Like I always have 70 or 80 notifications every time I open TikTok, because usually old videos are trending. So I get people that inbox me from old videos, and they're just like, "Wow, I'm going through this now. It's like I'm seeing how you're telling it, and I'm seeing basically." There was one girl reached out to me, and she said, I'm seeing, like, I'm in this situation, but you telling the story is making me see my situation from the outside. And now it's like, wow. And I'm like, and they like that I put a comical aspect on it, like a comical spin on all of it, because if I truly told the truth of a lot of the stories, everybody be sad. You know, like if I told a lot of the truth about what everything that went down, be sad. I tell the lighthearted, funny part of it and how I got out of the situation. If I actually told what really went on, oh my goodness, that would
I
be
look,
rough.
I look at your stuff like a lighthearted Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
how Richard, we used to talk about a lot about his pain, but he made it funny. But there was a lot of the critical shit that was going on with him.
Yeah,
He made it funny. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
for
yours,
sure.
it's like your stuff is funny. Like we know you going through it, but it's like it is entertaining. Like I say, when I got put on to you, I like this. It's crazy how it be people that's out here and you never know who they are. Because I've never
Mm-hmm.
seen your stuff before or nothing. Then when I followed you and you followed back, I started saying it, and I was like, oh, this is what the fuss is about. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, and then it helps that I'm able to laugh at myself. My mom taught me that. My mom gone, but she definitely taught me. She said, "Lauren, you got to learn to laugh at yourself." And a lot of times I can laugh at myself after those situations and be like, "Lauren, what the hell was you thinking?" So,
They say never to take nothing too serious. You know what I'm saying?
and I don't, not no more.
I'm learning. I'm learning. Like I'm lighthearted, but it's like I can be emotional. I feel like yeah, I can.
I'm about to say I'm very sensitive.
I feel like nowadays, I think men are more emotional now because now we're finally coming to a point where we're willing to express our feelings, and I
Yeah,
think that so many men have been holding that shit in for so long that when they letting it out, it's all dependent on how it's received. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because it's like, yo, a lot of us be holding that motherfucking pain and son, like,
Mm-hmm.
you ever been in a situation where you've been so, yo, I've been so fucked up. I was with my ex, yo, I was so fucked up in the head, yo. She came in to check on me, and all she did was came in and gave me a hug, and I just broke the fuck down. I couldn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, I can't get it. I can't fuck that. I'm tired of holding that shit
Yeah.
in. And that's
And
how.
sometimes you need that. Sometimes, like everybody need a good cry. Sometimes, and I always tell people everybody need a designated cry spot. My designated cry spot is a shower. Personally, that's where I have my moment. I put my hand on the wall
Yeah,
and then by the time I got the shower, I'm like, all right, let's talk whatever's next.
all exfoliated and everything out the shower.
Yeah, after I done cried for 15 minutes.
I I mean, I try not to cry, and it's not because I'm scared to cry or I feel a way about crying. It's just I be really trying to process everything before I
yeah,
really before I really react to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like people know I can be impulsive at times, and that's not in a dangerous kind of way, but it's like shit happens and it make me want to do something to prove the shit wrong. Like every time something fucked up happens, it's just like I gotta prove something, and I don't know what that is with me.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to deal with something bad and not try to do something to bring shit back up. Uh,
Yeah,
damn, I
we
ain't
had that conversation. We had that conversation about why, because she think I'm embarrassed to cry in front of her, and I told her, I was like, not that I'm embarrassed. I'm never embarrassed. Nothing when it comes to you. It's I don't want you to see me at that point. I can hold it together. I don't want you to have to see me at that point.
you don't want to be viewed as
Because we
like
gonna get through. We gonna get through these situations. If it get to that point where you do see me, it just came out of nowhere. But I don't want you to have to see me at that point. I don't want nobody. I don't want the kids to see me at that point. You to see me at that point. I get it. It's a thing to do. You should be wanting to do it and stuff like that. But
you know. Sometimes they gotta see you. You gotta think right. If the kids see you down and then they see you recover from that, they can see the strength in it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
just
yeah,
when we did this podcast, right? Like when I broke up with my last situation, y'all seen me down, y'all seen me fucked up, y'all seen me at a bad place. Y'all all helped me. Y'all seen me bring the pieces back together and build something from it. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all could have been looking at me as weak at the time when I was going through my shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't fault the motherfucker if they did. Because you know what I'm saying? I felt weak. But once I got my shit together, I refocused. And I used that as motivation. Because it's like it's showing me that at the end of the day, we in control of our own shit. We can't let somebody else be in control of how we gonna feel. So now it's time to leave something for my legacy. So yeah, it ain't never
sometimes sometimes I feel I know it's gonna be okay. And that's where I don't want you to see me breaking down like it's not.
yeah.
Cause it's always we gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. We gonna make shit happen. We gonna do the thing. Everything gonna be okay. I need y'all not to panic. I'll let y'all know if it's time to panic. But especially my
But
wife, I need you not
they
I need none of
watch
y'all to panic.
they nigga, but
But
they watch
I need none of y'all to panic. But if I break down and cry, I don't need you to just panic and freak out. My wife will do the same thing. Like something needs to get resolved. What needs to happen? What's going like? No, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. Everything gonna be okay.
them
Yeah.
seeing you
I
like
don't
that
want.
normal thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a normal thing, them saying you know what I'm saying, showing all your emotions, it would be more accepted. But it's like when they see
Yeah,
like when people see a person being emotional, the first thing they think is, what's wrong? How can I help? What can I do? You know what I'm saying? When they see
yeah,
you
And
know,
it timing plays a role in that because you got the conversation of, oh, women don't, they laugh when men cry. Sometimes y'all are only crying when y'all have done something to where you feel like you're gonna lose us. Sometimes you only cry when if you
yeah,
feel like it's gonna benefit you. And I've met some men like that. Like there are real things to cry about: job loss, child loss, financial issues, things that you're going through, as far as with your relationship. But if you're crying about something that you've done to me, like
you
for
cry,
sure. Nah, for real.
you cry for you because you
you're right,
fucking
you crying for you.
Nah,
Like you're
nah,
not
for
like
real.
this is not a thing. Like you're not coming to me like I like my man know he can cry to me, but like you cry to me about shit that you're supposed to cry about, like your parents are sick or you miss like me. I'm constantly grieving my mother. Like he knows that I can cry to him about stuff like that. But like that's where it comes is a line between that because sometimes a lot of men only cry when they feel like they finna lose something.
yeah.
And it's like
Yeah,
Now it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's hard.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very hard to take that
About
seriously
this.
because I've dealt with situations like that where a man only cried when I was yelling at the top of our lungs and threatening to leave him. You wasn't crying when I was telling you was hurting me. When I was fussing at you this whole time, you wasn't crying then. You ain't show no feelings then. But when I'm telling you I'm gonna walk out the door, now it's all these tears, so you crying and you rolling around the floor and throwing up. And then you want to throw this
Throwing
thing,
up.
yeah,
You know
throwing
you're
this out
feeling
saying
the
that men don't let women don't let men be emotional. Be so for real, like
I don't like motherfuckers that be using that shit as an excuse. Like
I never met so many men that can cry on cue. I'm like, dang,
yo, man, I can't. And shit gotta
I
really help.
right. I about to say I can't. I can't.
I'm-
it gotta make sense. That's where they come from
Yeah.
with something like we're not letting y'all be emotional. It gotta make sense what we crying about. It
Yeah,
gotta be valid. If it's not valid, then I'm gonna look at you like, are you like what's going on? Like, why are you crying right now? Like,
yeah. She have looking at you like, you alright, nigga? You good?
right? Are you
You
okay?
fucking my,
Like,
you fucking my shit? You alright? You fucking
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
ah, ah.
Lord, we don't want one of those conversations. I'm gonna hold your hand, but sir, save them tears.
Yeah, it's like, and see, that's the thing. Like, it be the dude faking a crime, and when a dude really being honest and really in touch with his emotions and he crying, is like you don't really know how to gauge it because you so used to motherfuckers on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's the that's the thing. Like,
That's a fucked up. Well, I
it's the
don't
truth.
know who in the wrong.
If you done dealt with women your whole life, right? You done dealt with women your whole life that done lied, that then used and used crime and all that shit to manipulate you, and then you find a female
Yeah,
talking and
Yep.
she's really crying. And it's a genuine situation. You looking at her like you looking at everybody else, and it's not fuck.
Right.
that
That's all you know. You know what I'm saying?
shit, man.
Yo, we all
Dude,
we
how do you even explain? I know because I know,
yeah, we all
and I understand and I know that. How do you even explain? Like, I'm sorry, but your tears can be real. But I dealt with a lot of motherfuckers that fake their tears, where I don't show no emotion when it come to yours.
gotta
How do
be
you
honest.
even explain that?
You
Gotta be
gotta
honest.
I was
you
like,
gotta think you gotta think about what point did they start crying? Did they start crying because you said you were gonna do something, or did they start crying because you said you hurt my feelings? Because I would start crying if I did something and I hurt my man's feelings. I would feel sad because I'm like, I didn't want to
yeah,
hurt your feelings. I didn't want to do that. If I start crying after the fact, well, yeah, and then next time you do that, I'm gonna do this. Now it's like I'm only crying because I feel like I'm gonna lose something.
Yeah,
oh,
So
fear. It's that motherfucking fear.
it's that